Is there a sacred role of bullies? One may ask. Well, it sounds as a cheeky, funny question, but everything in the end is sacred because everything belongs to creation. You may say the devil, the evil side, or whatever is not part of creation, but one simply refuses to understand probably that everything is part of creation. Within all creation, there will be that which will support you, that which will usually be neutral to you, and that which will obviously not support you, or will even prove harmful. See, the very simple point of a bully is usually someone who has a lot of insecurities and in a need for affection, they need to force other people's opinions. Because you have to understand, when you are miserable, you want attention. And whether you vampirize it by pissing other off or doing anything that will make them think of you, it is a way through which you vampirize attention. Haven't you seen that when they usually do something, bullies, those energy vampires and the such, once they get full, they become somewhat mild, probably some of them even lovable or the such. But when those sensations of lack kick in, they will become the bullies, vampires, whatever they are. See, a point of a bully is the same as a narcissist. They are a kind of teacher. They are a reminder that you are alone in the world and greater forces are always going to influence you. But at the same time, a bully reminds you that your ignorance as the whole, as the masses, will allow others to get bullied, and this bullying will have a certain influence on them. It will help them raise from a certain level and become something different. Whether they will become a serial killer, whether they will become a burglar, or whether they become a more mild person, a more balanced person, it's up to their karma and, especially, most importantly, their ability to take hold of their own energies. If they live impulsively, well, typically it's gonna be a harder and harder life because the more you get bullied, the more of those influences that will affect you, right? All sorts of traumas and the such. And well, if you look at a lot of the people who end up as being antisocial, there is a great, how to put it, there is a great background to each and every one of them, and typically it's not a happy one. There are very few exceptions, yes, those people who are born naturally evil, let's say. But a piece of life has to go through its cycles in order to transcend existence and really become one with creation. So, all and each piece of life, sooner or later, they will have to go through the more gruesome experiences of life and live to the detriment of others, because that is how you unlock the path towards understanding and unity. Only by killing others, one day you will become capable for the first time of the sensitivity of life. It has happened in the past life of everyone who is a wise person or not. I am not saying you should go killing so that you understand love. That is only done unconsciously. But a bully reminds you that you are not united. Once you unite, their power simply fades. It is also the same reminder that in this sick society, well, the simple problem is this. You have a few bullies who control you and represent your society, and those are the so called politicians, right? And those bullies do everything they can to make sure that you're dead, one way or another, mentally, emotionally, or why not even physically? Because in the end, life is exploitable. You can't exploit death much unless you create a death cult or things like that. But life is highly exploitable if you know how to do it. And the point is, a sick society will always do that, will always seek to do that. So, in the end, there is a sacred aspect for everything. If a narcissist, they can be some of the best teachers. Yes, the greatest teachings are going to be gone through and well experienced through the hardships and the greatest pains of life, because that's when you gain awakenedness. That's when your awareness increases, not when you stay idle and when you don't do anything for your life, right? Because when you idle, your life is going to stay the same at most, and it's going to become worse and worse, right? When you go through strife and struggles, that's when one's life becomes much, much better. at least from a certain standpoint: wisdom, calmness, and most importantly, patience. Because one's responsibility means one's ability to respond to aspects, situations, right? It is your responsibility, right? Your ability to respond, right? It is your responsibility how you handle your own energies. To others' detriment or not, well, everyone has their own karma. And, well, they will answer for it sooner or later. But in the case of bullies, that is exactly the same thing. It is someone who thinks that they have power, or maybe they have more power, but typically they don't have friends, they don't have too many people. Maybe they hang around with others, but it's not necessarily family, right? Family means some people you will hang around with. Maybe you have a few similar things you're gonna do, but it's not a family. It's gonna easily break when the school years end or something big happens, whatever. Or you move away, someone moves away, and once someone moves away, you're no longer gonna hear from them probably for 1, 2, 3 weeks, and then they're just gonna be that empty friend slot that is occupied by a name, right? Because, well, it's an empty friend slot. You have someone written there, but you're no longer gonna communicate with them once they leave because they're no longer a family. You can't care much about them anyways. A bully doesn't care much about themselves in the first place, too much, or at least their own energies. So obviously they won't care about others as well. So hopefully this video raised a bit of awareness. You are appreciated. Take care, enjoy life. And this being said, Ferencan Board signing out.